And we are underway. First shot, 2018 Golden Horseshoe Crokinole Championship Final. John Conrad missing his first open 20 shot, going for the follow-through 20 short. Slater leans across, scores the first 20 of this final. John Conrad gets his first open 20. Conrad will be pushing for a follow-through here, trying to level the 20 count. Rolls off to the side. Conrad going for a rebound off a peg, and just too far, loses the disc off the board. Justin Slater now. Second time missing an open 20, just a little bit long. John Conrad follow through off to the side again. Justin Slater just up to the side. Chance for John Conrad. Score 20 here. Gets it. Pressure on Slater. And he makes it right back. Last shot for each player. And just a takeout Justin Slater needs, which he gets. Sticks it for a 2-point lead. As we start off this championship final. Best of 3 championship final here. Each game is essentially the first to 5 points. Justin Slater just missing long there on his first open 20. We've seen a bunch of 20s here today at this Hamilton tournament. The boards definitely lean towards giving out a few more 20s, and the players have definitely been on target. Justin Slater in particular scoring a lot of 20s. But they've just been off so far, both these players, on their open 20s. A little bit more than you would expect. Slater's going to go for a rebound off a peg here. Doesn't get quite the right angle off that peg. He'll have another attempt here. 3 shots left for each player, and Slater didn't make contact with the disc. Made a lot of contact with the peg. Lost a shooter. John Conrad takes advantage. And last shot to each player in this round. John Conrad will score another 20 there, so perhaps he's feeling a little bit better about his open 20 success. And we are tied 2-2 in this first game. Justin Slater loses it right off the board there. Definitely doesn't have the range down right now. Good shot there from John Conrad. Slater went hard for the rebound off a peg, losing the shooter. Better chance Justin Slater will have off this disc, and he gets the 20. That's the risk of that shot from John Conrad. You know, sometimes he's not going for a 20, but he's possibly leaving a chance for his opponent to score one. But that time, he made the 20 right back, forced a mistake out of Justin. He's back out ahead. Justin Slater's going to be going for the long ricochet here. Didn't have the right line. Oh, but that's a big mistake from John Conrad. He was looking great, but he's left a huge chance. Justin Slater, hanger 20, and he makes it. Wow, what a turn right there. John Conrad was up at 20, could have had 2 discs on the board. His takeout jams on his own disc, and he leaves a hanger, and in the end, all that's left now is just a impossible shot to put the pressure on Justin Slater, because Justin Slater has the last shot advantage. Not sure what John Conrad was trying for, and not sure really what shot he had at that. Unfortunately, his miss was so costly. And Justin Slater, as we get another look at it here, just so perfectly and unluckily, it bounces off that peg directly into his own disc. Justin Slater has a 4-2 edge here. One more point he needs to win this first game. He's got a lead so far. Nice short ricochet 20 there from Conrad. Justin Slater gets a nice little tap and another short ricochet that Conrad will have to make. That time he just misses over top of the hole. Follow-through shot there from Conrad, just a bit off to the side. Decision time for Slater. You can go either way with this, I think. Either a takeout and roll away or try to push for a 20. Looked like he was going for the 20, but it ends up pretty good for him. John Conrad from that angle, that'd be a really tough 20. Certainly wouldn't be getting a takeout from that angle. This angle's better for the takeout. Harder for the 20 though. 2 shots left for Conrad. 1 shot left for Slater. Conrad gets a 20. Pressure on Slater here. Oh, and he gets it. That'll seal it up right there. Basically no chance for Conrad here. And Justin Slater wins the first game of this best of 3, 6-2. And they'll switch sides for game number 2. John Conrad looking to get some better luck anyway in this next game. Justin Slater starts off with a 20. Conrad levels it. You know, for these players, it's interesting they're both at the top of the game. No one would argue with that, but it's only the second time that these two have met in a tournament final. And the other time was the 2012 World Crokinole Championship final, which was quite a match. Went to the third game and a 5th round tiebreaker in it. But they've never met in a final. Other than that, a lot of times they met in the semifinals, both made the playoffs, and a lot of tournaments. Just hasn't worked out. Conrad with the edge here with the hammer. 2 shots left for each player. Justin Slater had a chance for a ricochet 20 there. And Conrad leaves that disc well back of the 20 hole. Just confirming. 20 counts tied up 4-4. Last shot for each player. Justin Slater would love to get a takeout and a 20. But you can't really see that angle. We definitely need a bit of a miracle shot to pull it off. He's going to have to bring his shooter off of a peg. You can see him calling it right there. Got the peg. Even with it, though, so tough to get that ricochet directly to score that 20. John Conrad makes a single takeout, and he leads now 2-0, starting off game number 2. And he's first to shoot in round number 2. Just missing long on the 20 shot. So to roll over at the side. Slater leaves that disc right against the peg. Conrad just has to settle for a takeout, and another great placement there from Slater. Conrad went for it there, went for that rebound 20. Didn't make it. Of course, the risk with that shot is you leave a hanger, which Slater converted there for a 20. And more distant and fantastic spots here for Justin Slater. Really good control on all of his takeouts. Really limiting the chances for John Conrad to get back into this round. Conrad will have to go for a ricochet here. Wasn't enough room really to get a shooter around that peg. Last shot for each player. And Justin Slater's got this one in the bag here. Just does a little tap. Didn't need to take it off. And we're tied up 2-2. Both these players are going for what would be their second Hamilton title. They can win this match. Justin Slater won this tournament in 2010. It was his first NCAA Tour title, and what was a breakout year for him that eventually ended up with him winning the World Crokinole Championships. And John Conrad won this event in 2016 when he took out Andrew Hutchison in that final, and he just missed a short there. Big 20 race going on. Slater is 6 for 6 so far. When he misses there, chance for Conrad now. Tied up 6-6. Last shot for each player. Players just confirming the situation. Slater scores the 20. Conrad now. Score the 20. No! Just misses his last shot. And Justin Slater makes it a 7-6 win on the 20 count. Grabs the 2 points for that round. And he's 1 point away from winning this Hamilton title. All the pressure on John Conrad here. Without the last shot, he's got to win this round, and he gets some breathing room there. Up at 20 here. Justin Slater missing his open 20. On Conrad makes it a 2-20 edge there. Takes out that 20. Slater puts the pressure on, though. Nice hit and roll to the outside for John Conrad. Slater's going to go for the tough takeout and rebound there. Just loses his disc on the other side. Expect to see Conrad try to bring his black disc off a peg. Doesn't quite get it there. Chance for Slater. Isn't quite getting the rebounds he wants. John Conrad would be okay with that one because really no chance for a 20 in that location. Last shot for each player. Conrad, that'll steal it up right there. Gets a takeout and rolls to a spot that you really can't score a 20 off of. We need a couple of pegs to bounce off of to score one. All Slater can do is roll in. And John Conrad, when he needed to, wins that round, makes it 4-4, and we're going to a 5th round tiebreaker. If Conrad wins this, we go to a 3rd game. If Slater wins this, he wins this Golden Horseshoe Crokinole title. And Conrad wanted the hit and roll to the outside, just a bit too far. Slater, another chance now, and he makes the 20 there. Big shots here. Nobody wants to fall down. Pressure on each shot, and Slater misses long. Oh no, Conrad! A second mistake. That one bounces back. But Slater can't quite capitalize. A lot of big shots here, back and forth. And John Conrad's been given a bit of a second life there. If Slater had made that open 20, he would have been well ahead. Tough shot, though, still for Conrad. When he went for the 20 and it didn't fall, so that will be trouble, because another chance here for Justin Slater, and that one he makes. Slater up at 20, 2 discs on the board. Conrad going for the 20 there, and he can't make that one either. Conrad with 2 shots left. Nice double takeout, almost a triple. He's got 1 disc in the 15, 1 in the 10. Oh, and that'll just do it there for Slater. Pulls it back off a peg into the 10, and that will be enough. A great final takeout there for Justin Slater to bring that disc back, and that sealed it up. And Justin Slater wins this second game 6-4 and wins the 2018 Hamilton title.